強くて優しい私もなれるでしょうか。
Hey everyone, this is Nitro. In this video, I'm going to unlock Shelfaniel's 3C skill, Divine Judgment. So a while ago, I unlocked her 6 cost. I don't even have any recollection of how that one went. So let's just get the 3C skill unlocked so I can start using it. I swear that as queen, even if the path to wisdom is filled with obstacles, I will always fight for the... and then it cuts off. Alright, whatever. Okay, so you're using Shelfaniel against these enemies, and Langrisser has Chivalry, so you can move 3, then 1... So he is actually going to move 3, then 1, 2, 3 more, then attack where Kia is. Alright, let's just begin. Danger zone. I think the main thing would be to avoid Gizaroff and his long-range 3Cs that have 5 range, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can hit all the way here. So maybe if I spread out my characters a bunch, I'll be okay. And I can also drop a construct here. Like so. Okay, that's good. So let's start with a Heaven Sanction. That instantly kills Kia. Wow. And if I have Langrisser, Chivalry forward, and use the shoot skill, that'll quickly take down one character. Why don't I just single target strike Langrisser and then have Kia maneuver, act again, and just finish it off. So that just leaves Gizaroff. I'll take the AoE hit, the construct hit, and just quickly finish off the last opponent. So the construct here has the self-destruct effect. Maybe I'll want to avoid it by spreading out a little. There we are. One more AoE. And now I'm just going to demolish. And he's used up both AoEs, so really I can just move back to avoid it. Perfect. So since I have the Heaven Sanction once again, let's launch it out. And then I'm free to finish off the construct, Gizaroff. And then why don't I attack once, attack twice, and battle completes. Nothing difficult about this one. At least, of course, I do have a well-built Shelfaniel, so that definitely affects it. In terms of making use of it though, it is very much a significantly improved Heaven Sanction. But because it has the 3 costs, it limits what other skills you can bring on your Shelfaniel. So you're gonna have to bring one of her 1-cost skills, which is probably going to be reinforcements due to bringing that. And then your last 2-cost skill is really what you want to decide on. For example, she can still bring her faction buff, but she might want to bring a second AoE, like Heaven's Sanction, in case Divine Judgment's AoE is down. So if she does something like this, it's perfectly viable, bringing the Divine Judgment with Heaven's Sanction or Divine Judgment with Goddess Glow. But keep in mind that Divine Judgment, it does have a cooldown unless you killed an enemy and hit 3 or more enemies. Because it's a 5-turn cooldown, her talent at 6 stars reduces cooldown by 3, so that's a 2-turn cooldown. So if you hit 3 enemies, it becomes a 1-turn cooldown, and then if you eliminate an enemy, it becomes a 0-turn cooldown. So that's why you may very well want to bring a second AoE skill. Even maybe potentially demolish or desiccate instead of Heaven's Sanction with Divine Judgment. Kind of up to you on what you do with that last skill. And it very much depends on who you have that you're using with your Shelfaniel. For example, if you do have Landius as your tank, buffing up Shelfaniel, then she's probably, well, she definitely won't need to bring her faction buff. So it all depends. There's multiple elements on how you make use of this skill, but certainly it's a great one to bring, and I think Divine Judgment is actually going to be amazing for doing stolen treasure runs, which is probably her best utility with the 3C. Well, of course, it does have utility in PvP content, but it's also very, very powerful here. So I'm going to bring Shelfaniel with Divine Judgment and Heaven's Sanction. I'm going to have Langrisser with 2 AoEs and Demonic Event. She has Clock's Enchant. I'll have Shuri on one side, and I'll have Lana at the bottom, bringing Heaven's Sanction, Black Hole, and Magic Defense Intimidate. She also has a Clock's Enchant. And then finally, Luna will be here as the faction buffer. Turn order wise, it's going to be my single target attackers first, so Shuri and then Luna, followed by my AoEs. Let's just begin. And turn on the auto battle. Shelfaniel will launch an AoE right away. So will Langrisser. And then so will Lana. Shuri will get rid of 2 enemies. Luna will get rid of 1. And buff up Shelfaniel, who will now launch out Divine Judgment or Heaven's Sanction. They'll do an additional 20% damage and wipe out all the enemies that it hits, except for Goblin Emperors. A few more AoEs are used. I think in this case, Langrisser has used up both AoEs without recharging any of them. And Lana, I believe, has 1 AoE right now in Black Hole. Oh no, she activated clocks earlier, so she launches out another Heaven's Sanction. Meanwhile, Shelfaniel just endlessly launches out the 3C Divine Judgment, wiping out enemies for me over and over again. And that just leaves the Goblin Champion, which is going to be an easy kill. There we go. It might actually be better for me to have Shuri move last. That way, Shuri will mop up targets after the AoEs are launched out. So I think I'm going to make that adjustment, but it just shows. Because Shelfaniel can launch out her 3C skill every single turn, she makes auto-battling the Goblin Stolen Treasure maps now very, very possible. So I hope you found this video useful to you. Thanks for watching everyone, and on that note, Nitro out.